Warmly welcome you all to the lesson Tables and Hyperlinks in HTML. In this lesson, we will learn how to create a table in HTML and how to use hyperlinks in HTML in order to connect few web pages together. First, we are going to learn about how to create a table using HTML. In the body section of a HTML document, we can use the table tag first to define a table. After defining a table, the first tag that we are going to use is the tr tag. The tr tag defines a row in a table. After defining a row, we can use the th tag for the first row of the table in order to define headings of the table. Each th tag will define a column. After defining the headings of the table, we can close the first row with the closing tag of tr. Then we can open another tr tag in order to define the cells of the table. We can use td tags to define the cells of the table. Here in the picture you can see that we have defined a table using the table tag, and we have two rows using tr tag. In the first row we have used th tag in order to define the headings. 3 th tags are there, and then we have closed the tr tag, and then we have opened another tr tag in order to define the second row, and then we have at 3 definitions, 3 cells using td tag, and then we have closed the tr tag, and then we have closed the table as well. That is the basic tags of creating a table. With these tags, we can have many kinds of attributes in order to customize our created table. Now let's discuss the attributes that we can use inside the table tag. First one is border. We can add a border to the table using the border attribute. Next, we have the border color. We can change the color of the border by using the attribute of border color. Next, we have the bg color. bg color attributes allows us to change the background color of the table. Next, we have background attribute. Background attribute allows us to add images to the table background. Next, we have width and height attributes. These attributes allows us to control the width and the height of the table. Here in this picture of the code, we can see they have used border attribute, border color attribute, and the bg color attribute in the table tag. Let's see the output. In this output, you can see we have a border of the size 2, and it has turned to red, and the background color of the table has turned to pink, just like we have coded in the HTML document. Here we have used another new tag, which is caption tag. We can use caption tag in order to add a title for our table. In the output, you can see the caption tag has added the title to the table. Now we are going to discuss another two attributes of the table tag. The first one is cell spacing, and the second one is cell padding. The cell spacing attribute specifies the space between two adjacent cells. The value is specified in pixels. And the cell padding attribute specifies the space between the edge of a cell and the contents of the cell. The value is specified just like in the cell spacing in pixels. Here in this coding, you can see the table tag have the cell spacing attribute and the cell padding attribute. Okay, let's take a look at the output. In this output, you can see the cell padding attribute has specified a space between the edge and the content. And also you can see the cell spacing attribute has specified a space between the two adjacent cells. Now we are going to discuss about the attributes that we can use inside the TR tag, TH tag and the TD tag. The first attribute that we have is the align attribute. The align attribute we can use to align the content inside the TR tag, TH tag and the TD tag. Next we have the background color attribute, BG color. We can use this attribute in order to change the color of a row, of a cell or of a heading. Next we have the row span attribute. This attribute specifies the number of rows a data cell should span. This attribute is used within the tag TD or TH. Next we have the call span attribute. Call span attribute specifies the number of columns a data cell should span. Here in this given code we can see the TR tag contains the attribute of BG color, which means background color. It has turned the background color into light blue. And inside the second TR tag we have the align attribute. And inside the TD tags we have background color attribute again and the align attribute. Let's see the output. According to the background colors that we have changed, each cell contains the background color that we have given. You can see the first row contains the light blue background color and the first TD contains the pink color which we have given. But you can see the second TD have the color yellow. Why is that? Because in the third TR tag we have defined the background color as yellow. So the default color for the row is yellow. Alright, in the next set of code we can see that they have used row span attribute. Alright, the value of the row span is 2. Let's see the output. In this output you can see the data cell has spanned for 2 rows. In the third set of code we have call span attribute and the value of the attribute is 2. Let's see the output. Okay, in this output you can see the data cell has spanned across 2 columns. Now you know how to create a table in HTML and how to customize it. Okay, let's move to creating hyperlinks in HTML. If we take the definition of a hyperlink, we can say text or image which redirects to another web page when clicked is called as hyperlink. In the web pages we have many images and many text which we can click, which is clickable, and it will redirect us to another web page or in the same web page to a different section, and those types of text and image we call them hyperlinks. To create a hyperlink, first we use anchor tag. A text or an image that we are using as the hyperlink should be enclosed with this tag and it will be displayed as a hyperlink. Now we are going to discuss about the types of linking in HTML. We have 3 types. Let's first discuss about 2 types and finally we are going to discuss about email linking. The first 2 types that we are going to discuss is external linking and second is internal linking. In external linking, what simply happens is The link will redirect you to another web page, another new web page. Alright, in internal linking, what simply happens is it will quickly jump from one section to another section of the same web page. Okay? In external linking, a new web page will appear when you click the hyperlink because the hyperlink has linked together two web pages. In internal linking, when you click the link, it will jump to another section of the same web page because it has linked to another section of the same page. We can use internal linking in order to go up and down quickly in the same web page. For internal linking, we have a new attribute called name attribute. For all the other linkings, we have href attribute. As an example, to go to the top of the page in a long web page or to jump to a specific chapter in a web page, we can use this internal linking. Here in this picture, you can see an internal linking has done. Okay, in this internal linking, we have first used href attribute in order to show the link, and then at the bottom we have used the name attribute in order to name it. Finally, we have come to the third type of linking in HTML, which is email linking. In email linking, we use mail to keyword before the email address in a href attribute of the anchor tag. We can use this linking in order to quickly send an email to a specific email address. We learned about hyperlinks and tables in HTML. I hope this helps you a lot. Thank you and goodbye.